I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this deck gave me a headache. Hey everyone, well, thank you for tuning in to Team Forbidden's YouTube page again. It is I, Andrew the Collector, with not an update, but a new deck profile for Six Samurais. I believe this is the first one that we've ever had on the channel. And depending on how this goes, probably the last time, but we'll see. Before we get into it, I'm just going to let you know, I did not like the way that this deck flowed. I mean, I like Six Samurais, but the way of how combo heavy they are, it just didn't work for me. But I'm here for you guys. I know what you guys want to see, so let's get right into it. So obviously, got 3 of this guy. You normal summon him out, and you special summon a level 4 or lower Six Samurai monster from your hand. Pretty standard. 3 Kizan. If you control a Six Samurai monster, you can special summon him for free from your hand. And while you control 2 or more, he gains 300 attack. Now for the ones that make this entire deck combo heavy, these bitches. If you control 1, you can special summon the other, and that's not once per turn. They have secondary effects, but most of the time you don't activate them. You just use these to feed your gateway counters to Link Climb. 2 Grandmaster, he is pretty good. He's like Kiazan. You can special summon out for free if you control another Six Samurai monster, and if he is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can add a Six Samurai monster from your graveyard to your hand. I really wish they made him where if he was destroyed by battle too, but I mean you only need him for the free summon. 2 Elder, again for the free summon, but it's only if your opponent controls monsters and you don't. Kizaru. If this card is special summoned, you can add a Six Samurai monster from your deck to your hand with a different attribute from the ones on your side of the field. It's good, but it doesn't come up as often as I wish. But he's still the best out of the Secret Six Samurai. 2, the level 2 Tuner. I only use him for synchro summoning the Xian monster, and he's good to get out with the dojos. 1 Fuma because he's a level 1 Tuner, and 1 of her because she can special summon she's like a monster reborn with legs, but I'm actually thinking of cutting her because she hasn't come up as often as I hoped. That's it for the monsters. It's a low monster count, honestly, but it's what I have. Now off to the spells. 3 Smoke Signal. It's a not once per turn search for like more than half of your monsters, but especially the where are they?
Everything except Kizaru, Grandmaster.
Basically, but you mainly want them to get your combo monsters. The next 3 of are Six Samurai United. It's a not once per turn draw 2, and with the amount of summons that you do, you'd be crazy not to run 3. 2 Dojo, you use it mainly for the counters for Gateway, but every now and then you'll special summon from the deck using its effect.
I already have my
2 Asceticism because you can special summon from the deck, add more counters. But that's not all what you are here to see. This is what you're here to see. This thing should not go back to 3. It is fucking degenerate as shit. I mean,
it really is. God, his turn took for fucking ever.
Honestly, it's the not once per turn thing that makes this card broken in my eyes. What makes it broken is that you can get counters from anywhere on the field. That means if you have the field spell, if you have the dojos, if you have the Grandmaster, anywhere. Anywhere. All the counters. So, run 1. If it ever comes back to 3, which I hope not, max out on it as much as you can. 3 Begun Demon Child because we don't want to get hand trapped. Not so much Ash Blossom since again our stuff is not once per turn. but we're more fearful of Ghost Ogre. 1 upstart for the free draw, and Rhoda, obviously because it's Warriors. Onto the traps, 2 impermanents because I only have 2. If you have 3, run 3. And 2 of the double-edged sword technique. I only have this in here in case my opponent makes me go first, so that way I can set it for next turn plays. But I'm actually thinking of cutting it if I decide to keep the deck. Now onto the extra deck. 3 legendary 6 Samurai Shien, probably the best in archetype synchro monster of all time. It's a soft once per turn negate, so if you have multiples out, you can have multiple negates. And he's a 25 body, and he can get out extremely easy. 1 Naturia Beast because it's fucking Naturia Beast. Abyss Dweller because it's Abyss Dweller. And their new Link monster, pretty much the Gateway Searcher, obviously. But if you already have Gateway, you can search out the Dojo or the Draw 2 continuous spell card. And yeah, he's just really good. And if you keep him out and if you have a bunch of counters on the field, he gains 100 attack for each Bushido counter on the field. So he can get up to some pretty high stacks. But if you're going to Link climb, you don't really need to worry about that anyway. And your generic Links, Trisbania, Bomber Dragon, Nightmares. Soryuja is probably one of the most important Links. I only have 1 because I only have 1. If you have multiples, run multiples because you will go into multiples, and it's good to refresh your hand. And then the 2 Burrow Links. And that is it for the 6 Samurai deck. I really hope you enjoyed it. What I really want to do is I want to make a classic 6 Samurai deck. Not so much combo heavy, but just, set up a decent board and just set a bunch of back row. Maybe even incorporate some of the old classic 6 Samurai. Who knows? If you want to see a deck like that, please comment down below Secret 6 and leave at least 50 likes. If you do that, then I'll make the deck and I'll get it uploaded for you. But until then, I'll catch you guys later, and hit that bell for notifications.